Tripp Kramer here from TrippAdvice.com, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about why you've never had a girlfriend. Or maybe for you, if you've had a girlfriend but it lasted for like 2 seconds and then she was gone. All right, here's the first thing. This is so common in today's culture, okay? Is that guys are waiting for a serendipitous moment. Now, since the creation of online dating and app swiping, I guess this has changed a little bit because now we can just kind of pick and choose who we want. But still, we kind of just wait around for something to happen, for the girl to show up maybe in your classroom, to the girl to show up at a party because you went to a party with some friends, for you to be introduced to somebody, right? These like serendipitous moments for that perfect girl to come by. So what happens is you have a very small sample size to work with. And so therefore, you are not getting introduced or put in front of many women. So with all these small choices, how are you gonna get a girlfriend? Again, we've changed this up a little bit with online dating, but here's what I find kind of funny. It seems almost weird in society to, let's just say, take 30 minutes out of your day, go out and start to just approach women. It's just like you're just taking some time to go out and meet women. Maybe it's during the day, or maybe you're going out, you know, at night to specifically work on meeting girls. Yes, people go to bars and stuff like that to meet girls, but really they're going with their friends to party, and it's not dedicated to the idea of like going out and meeting girls. And so it's funny because I find that being on apps and being on online dating sites is almost the exact same thing. You're taking time out of your day to sit there and say, okay, who would I want to date? Same thing as going out. My point here is, if you're not going out, you're not making time to meet women in the real world, I highly suggest that you do that so you can put yourself in front of more women to have more options to potentially get your next girlfriend. Next is you're probably putting a lot of pressure on yourself. A lot of pressure. This happens to a lot of guys too who don't lose their virginity until their late 20s or older, as they kind of put this whole idea of getting a girlfriend or having sex with someone for the first time in a category of high value. And so when you have something that you believe is high value, what ends up happening is you get more and more nervous and anxious to make that thing happen. So that's what you're doing right now. You never had a girlfriend. You're like, I gotta get a girlfriend, I gotta get a girlfriend. Like, this has to happen, it has to happen now. All my friends have girlfriends. Why haven't I had a girlfriend? You put too much pressure on it and you're gonna start making mistakes. So I want you to kind of take a step back for a second. If you want a girlfriend, you should ask yourself why, because that could help relieve some of the pressure. Maybe you want a girlfriend for some reasons beyond, you know, just people are doing it. It's like maybe you want it for validation. Maybe you're trying to get it to feel better about yourself. Why do you want a girlfriend? Ask yourself that, really, and answer honestly. And if it's coming from a healthy place of, hey, I got my life together, things are really good, and I want to share my life with somebody else, I'd say that's a really good answer. But if you're doing it because everyone has one and it's time for you to get one, and oh my God, what are you gonna do? This is gonna put, again, more anxiety, more pressure on you and not be a good reason. Now here's another one. Hoping that a girl will like you for you. Okay, so this is kind of similar to the first one in this idea of a serendipitous moment of like, well, I just wanna meet the girl and have it happen naturally, and she should just like me for me. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, but I'm also not saying that there isn't anything wrong with you. Maybe you're not understanding how attraction works. Maybe you're just so loose about the whole concept of, I'm just gonna do whatever I want and hope for the best. Well, maybe that's not working. Maybe you have to understand a little bit of the game of attraction and the game of flirting and the game of you stepping into more of your masculine self so her feminine side can be attracted to your masculine side. And I'm thinking that maybe you're too loose on the concept, so girls are not taking you seriously. And it's fine, it's fine. Yes, women should like you for you, but really take a hard look at yourself and ask yourself, am I someone worthy of even having a girlfriend? Is my lifestyle and the person who I am really good enough to be in a relationship with somebody? Again, not just any girl, someone who's obviously quality, but are you doing the right things in your life? Do you have a full, well-rounded life? Or are you lazy living at home with your parents doing nothing and just sitting there completely pathetic? Now, I have 10 really hard-hitting lessons that I have learned in my past 3 relationships. And I want you to learn from my mistakes and learn the proper ways to get into a relationship and have a good relationship. So I want you to go to the description. There's a link there to a blog post teaching you my 10 lessons, and they are very, very crucial for you if you're gonna start to get into the process of getting a girlfriend. So check that out, and I'll see you on the next video.
If you're having trouble meeting hot women in your town and getting them interested in you, then listen up. I have an undetectable way of getting girls instantly attracted to you, even if you're ugly, broke, and live at home with your parents. This system has worked for thousands of guys, and it can work for you too. I teach it in my program called Hooked, where you'll also learn 2 behaviors most men do that instantly destroys any attraction. My 3-step friend zone escape plan to reset her feelings for you and get her liking you. 30 different pre-written texts to send a girl that make her want to meet up with you. And how to have unshakable confidence so you can approach any beautiful woman in any place. If you want to learn this and how to get women hooked on you, then go to getherhooked.com. Again, that's getherhooked.com.